Republicans calling to remove Congresswoman Ilhan Omar from the Foreign Affairs Committee after she tweeted this, quote, "We must have the same level of accountability and justice for all victims of crimes against humanity. We have seen unthinkable atrocities committed by the U.S., Hamas, Israel, Afghanistan, and the Taliban," end quote. Joining me now, the lovely ladies, the hosts of Diamond and Silk Crystal Clear right here on Newsmax TV, Diamond and Silk. Ladies, always wonderful to see you. Now, Omar's anti-Semitic comments are even too far for Madam Pelosi and her cronies to take. Listen to this. Releasing a joint statement, Pelosi saying that drawing false equivalencies is stirring up prejudice and undermines a future of peace in the end. Now, only 12 Democrat socialists criticized Omar's comments. I don't know about you ladies, but I am livid at the majority of the Democrat Socialist Party embracing their anti-Semitic members. What do you guys say?
Well, you know, the reason why they do this because they've been doing this here. See, they've been giving Ilhan Omar and the rest of them a pass to spew their anti-Semitism, to really just, they act like they are siding with terrorists. And I don't understand how Ilhan Omar is sitting on the foreign committee and she don't like Israel.
That's right.
She has a problem with Israel. And here's another thing.
Yeah.
Why is she even here in the United States if she don't even like the USA?
That's right.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So you have these radicals sitting up there in Congress. They're making decisions for our country, making decisions for certain communities, and look at how they're spewing so much hate.
That's right.
Nancy Pelosi should have came out a long time ago when it came to Ilhan Omar. Not right now because she think it's popular. She should have been got her straight.
That's right.
And Ilhan Omar shouldn't even be on no committee.
That's right.
I know. I can tell you guys why she's here. Because of the charity and the caring of the American people. We took her in and she spent nothing every day since bashing this country and denigrating this country. And that just goes to show you the caliber of person she is. I want to turn to Biden's big budget plan. Joe Biden is replacing the word mother with birthing person, the word father with non-birthing person. I don't know what you guys think about this, but in my opinion, this is just more of the Democrats' anti-family hate. What do you guys think?
Well, you know, they want to destroy the nuclear family. They want to emasculate our men. They don't want the men in the home. So this is right down their alley.
That's right.
But I'm going to tell you what. It's the American people that have to stand up against this foolishness.
Yeah.
When we see that this is not right. Let me tell you, a mother is who birthed.
That's right.
Okay, a father, a man is a creator.
That's
he
right.
needs to understand that.
Yeah.
And so if he want all of these other antics, or if he want to do this other ideology, do that somewhere else.
That's right.
But not here in the United States of America.
And here's another thing we got to recognize, that when the left make up all of these different things, when it comes down to wording or the definition of certain wording, we on the right, or we as conservatives, have to rise up against that and not go along with it. What happens is the left make it up and the right adopts it. We have to stop adopting all of these terminology and call these people out for what it is.
Darn straight. And the reason why they do this is to make us all conform. And all of this is an agenda to introduce a lot of left-wing extremism into this country. And I'm not going to bend. I mean, I call it the China virus and will always call it the China virus.
That's right.
Turning to the biased press. News came out yesterday, ladies, that one of their heirs to the Fox News fortune, James Murdoch, spent $20 million to defeat President Donald Trump in the 2020 campaign. They also funded another $100 million in left-wing political groups. I know this hits you guys pretty hard. What do you think about this?
Well, first of all, where's the FEC?
Yeah.
Where's the FEC on this here? And so this is why what happened in 2020 on election night happened.
That's
See,
right.
it was the executives making the decision, as far, in my humble opinion. Even when it comes down to this pandemic and allowing Fauci to spew lies or to give us misinformation, these executives went along with it. I think that these executives should be charged with crimes against humanity and also with election interference interference.
That's right. That's right. And it also explained why Fox News threw Diamond and Silk under the bus, because they know that we was a powerful voice and we was President Trump's most loyal supporters. They don't want the word to get out that President Trump have done more for this country than I know of any administration or president have ever done. He had us on the straight and narrow. He's actually given us the blueprint on how to proceed forward. Let me tell you something, Chris. I refuse to live in a Joe Biden's America. It's a dark cloud. I would prefer to go around that dark cloud and continue to press him forward to the American dream. Every day I'm going to keep a smile on my face, because that's another day that goes past, that a day that gets closer to this diabolical imbecile getting out of office. That's another day that we're getting closer to seeing something different in America. There's a cause for the pause, and it's for the American people to wake up and smell the coffee.
Amen to that. And you guys are the sunshine in the cloudy days that Joe Biden is providing. What's coming up this weekend on the big show?
Oh, we talk about Kamala Harris and her visit to another country. We also talk about how the left is trying to groom our children, and we do have an itch of the week. So please make sure you join us on Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Diamond and Silk, crystal clear.
That's right.
Diamond and Silk, love you both. Mwah.
Mwah.
See you next week.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.